Resume. Okay, so tonight's class is very short. Itachukua like 20 minutes kwa sababu it is not complicated. Ni just getting the facts right, alafu we can proceed. Okay, so we are supposed to look at user roles. User roles. Just a minute. Yeah, so we are supposed to look at user roles. And user roles, these are levels of control, okay? So, before we continue, you should know that our website, like this one, the ones that we've been creating so far, have different kind of users, okay? And a user is anyone that interacts with the website. So if I'm reading through this website, I'm interacting with it. If I'm updating, like let's say I'm updating the plugins. I am also a user. Let's say I'm updating the themes. That is also being a user. Any kind of interaction makes me a user of that website. So there are different kind of user roles, and depending on their levels of control. Now levels of control ndo tumesema hii ni kama authority, okay? What authority do they have on this website? So by default, website WordPress inakujanga na 5 levels of control, number 5 user roles. And here they are. Okay, let us look at them. Here. By default was zinakuwa 10. Okay. Zinakuwa 5. Here they are. Acha ni hide hii ndio zione vizuri. So zinakuanga admin, the administrator. I think most of us know what an admin does. Alafu kuna editor, there's an author, kuna contributor, alafu the user with the least level of control ama how can I call it? The minimal level of control is the subscriber. Okay, so wacha tuangalie one by one each level of control and what they can do on our website. So tumesema a user is anyone that uses a website, anybody that interacts with the website. Hao ndo tunaita a user. Okay, so when interacting with a website, you can do 3 things. Amani 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things. So there is this acronym, CRUD. So CRUD, it's an acronym of things that a user can do on a website. Okay. So number 1 is create. C is for create. Let's say they are creating content, like on a blog post. Let's assume. Okay, let me use this website so that you get what I'm saying. Like, okay, this is written content. This website inaitwa Tuko. Iko na written content. Okay, so whoever wrote this content, I'll create the content. So this is what we are saying. The first role mtu anaweza fanya is create content on a website, ama they are creating web pages, they are creating maybe plugins, hivyo functionality on a website, hivyo. Another thing that a user can do is read on a website. So nikikuja on a website like this one, where is it? Like this one, and I am reading through the content that is posted, Kakamega Family 6 Justice. Then what am I doing? I'm reading through the website. So that is another function of a user. A user can either create, read, and they can also update. Okay. So let's assume that we are using our WordPress website like this one. So if I wanted to update that plugin, as you can see, there is updates available. So if I went ahead and updated that, those plugins, then that what I will have done is update. Okay. Alafu another thing is delete. Okay. So delete. Let's assume that I want to get rid of a plugin or a theme. What am I going to do? I'm going to delete. So any kind of user, it is either they are reading through a website, it is either they are updating or deleting stuff on that kind on the website. Okay. Sawa. So kuna kuangana, is it 5 or 4? I think ni 5 levels of control. So every user has a level of control. Now, easy levels of control ziko different in the manner that what an admin can do is not the same as what an author can do. Okay, na sio the same what an editor can do, a contributor and a subscriber can do. So the admin is the highest level of control. Tukisema admin, okay, from layman's term, ni kama tu pale WhatsApp ama any other app, utapata admin akona almost all the control ya kudelete, ya kuadd, ya read, as in they can do all this. They can create, read, update and delete on a website. Okay, so the admin is the highest level. Alafu editor, okay, from the word edit, you can already tell what they do on a website. So like this one, where is it? Our example is Tuko News today. So an editor probably before this content was uploaded, an editor alipitia akaona that yes, it is fit for our website, upload it. Okay, so kazi ya editor ni ku just go through the content before it is uploaded on any website. Lakini pia the admin tumesema they can do everything. So if the editor is not doing it, probably the admin will do it. Now author the same, from the word authoring ama author na kama writing. So whoever wrote this content is who we refer to as the author. Whoever wrote the content, Justin Muturi says Ruto is unfit, vitu kama hizo. So mwenye aliandika that stuff is the author. Okay, hiyo pia ni a level of control on a website. Alafu another one is a contributor. Huyu naye anakuanga limited role na most of the times ni kama guest. Anaweza fanya the role of an editor or an author, but sio a permanent user of that website. Anaweza kuwa a third party. Okay, somebody hired from outside, a hired gun. So tunamuita contributor. Alafu the last one, the last but not least, the last but least, all they can do is read. Unaona, like what I'm doing, I'm reading through this website. Now, woman whose baby was allegedly changed, hivyo. I'm just reading. I cannot do anything. Nikijaribu ku delete, siwezi delete. Nikijaribu ku edit, I cannot edit. Nikijaribu ku create, I cannot. All I can do is read through, and maybe if there is an option for me to log in or create my account, then I can do that. So that is all I can do as a subscriber. It's either I'm reading through the website, or I'm logging in by creating an account on that website so that I can manage my account. So the subscriber role is how can I? Okay, it is the lowest level of control on a website. Okay, I think kuna maswali. I can see. maswali ama nimeona nini? Just before we continue, let us tackle them. Imehang. Anyway, I hope everything is okay. If you can hear me, react. You're breaking. I'm breaking. Okay. So just a minute. Tuone kama itafix. Just a minute, tuone kama itakubali. Ama ni left kwanza then I join baadaye. Stop presenting. Okay, so tulianza mapema. Unajua classes huwa zinaanza at 8. Ukikuja 8:05 ama 8:02 unapata tulishaanza. So you have to keep time. Keeping time is very important. So okay, in the first minutes of the class tulikuwa tunasema today we are going to look at user roles. Na tukasema user roles are simply levels of control. Okay, before I even continue, can you hear me? Confirm if you can hear me kwanza. Confirm D. Okay, nice. If you can hear me then. Haya. So tulikuwa tunaongelelea levels of control na user roles. Tukasema a user is anybody that interacts with the website. Anybody that interacts with the website, we call them a user. Okay. Now interacting using too. So from using we have user. If you are using any website, then that makes you a user. Simple as that. Now user roles, what these people can do, users. Mimi kama a user of this website, what can I do on this website? Okay. Alafu tukaangalia what I can do as a user, then inakuanga 1, 2, 3, 4. This acronym inaitwa, is it CRUD ama CRUD? Venye ulifunzwa na mwalimu sijui, CRUD. So kuna create for C. Okay. On a website, I can come and create, maybe I'm creating pages. Let's assume I'm creating pages, I'm creating content on the website kama hii. What I did is create. Okay. Another thing I can do is read. I can read through a website. Na kuread ni simple too. I'm just scrolling through a website, reading whatever is happening. Golden Smiles, Dental, Hivo. I'm reading through the website and through the website. Hiyo pia is a role. Okay. Updating. Now, unaweza pata like our nini is expired. Our themes, our plugins have been are expired, like this ones. So like we need an update here. We have like 5 updates to be done. Yeah, so if I'm updating that, then I'm doing that update. Now delete. I can also either delete. Okay. Let's say nataka ku delete a plugin. I can always delete a plugin. Okay. So kuna those functions, ama these main functions that a user can do on our website, depending on their level of control. So what determines what a user can do on a website is their level of control. Kwa sababu kuna watu, they cannot delete anything on a website. Okay. Kwa sababu their level of control does not allow. I cannot delete anything on this website. Hata nifanye aje. I cannot. Because my level of control does not permit me ama does not enable me. Okay. If I wanted to, let's say, if I wanted to create something on this website, still I cannot do that kwa sababu my user role does not allow me to do that. Sawa. Lakini kuna people who can edit, they can delete whatever stuff is here. What else can they do? Update and delete hizo kulingana na their user roles on that website. So these user roles are assigned. Actually, they are assigned. Assigning ni kupea tu mtu, nika kumwambia sasa wewe uko nafanya this and this on this website. Hivyo kulingana na their depending on the levels of control. So tumesema levels of control zinakujanga in these forms. In WordPress zinakuanga admin, kuna the admin, kuna the author, kuna editor, there is the author, alafu kuna the contributor, then lastly kuna the subscriber. Tumesema the admin is the highest level of control. Huyu sasa anafanya everything. Hizi zote they can create, they can read, update and delete as they wish, sababu wako na the highest level of control in any website. Okay, alafu even before tuendelee, user roles zinasaidia nini? Unaona, like after you have created your website, now it is time to hand over your website to a client. If you're going to work with a client, it is very important that you know this. Sasa zile umemaliza kazi yako and you want to hand over sasa, you the web designer, you want to hand over the website to the owner of the website. Now the owner of the website hajui ama is not as tech savvy as you are. So to maintain the structure of the website, unaona, like what we've been doing, like let's say we have a landing page and we have more information on this page. So what we are going to do, we don't want this, we don't want the owner of the website wakilog in to the dashboard wasikuwe able to change the structure of the website. As in changing the structure of the website. Structure ni kama the forms, ni nini, functionality, the way the website looks. Okay. Ndio hata wakikuwa na access to the dashboard, all they can do is probably read, ama what else can they do? Maybe update outdated plugins, hivyo. So that because they are not tech savvy as you are, itawazuia kumake any kind of changes zenye zinaweza break the website. Okay, so to avoid such things, that is where user roles come in. So in a limit whatever they can do on that website, hata kama bado they are logged in via the dashboard. So najua anybody can log in via the dashboard, bora wako na logins. So to avoid such occurrences ama securities, unapata user roles come in very handy. Okay, for security purpose, content control, team collaboration, accountability. So accountability comes in sazile, like let's say somebody alikuja akachange the functionality of that form. Maybe sasa hiyo form ukifinya pale inapeleka the information to another database. So accountability tutajua only the administrator can do that. It is only the administrator who can change ama can make changes zenye zinaweza affect the functionality of a website. So tutapin down the admin in case of anything. Tutamuuliza, hey, wewe ndio ulifanya hii, ambone iko hivi na iko hivi. So accountability, that is where user roles come in. Okay, so acha tuone how we can create and assign these user roles. So in WordPress, acha tuangalie kwanza. Unaona, there is this on your dashboard, there is this should I call it button? Okay, acha tuite button for lack of a better word. Ukiangalia kwa all users, Ukiangalia kwa all users utapata there's a hand up. Yes. I hope
So, nilikuwa nauliza umesema hiyo time yenye uta hand over your work to your client.
Yes.
Atatumia the WordPress kama ku access na dashboard ya WordPress hivyo, ama there's another way atakuwa na access the site?
So they can do it mara mbili. It is either they are accessing it kama hii, unaona, from the front end you cannot do anything, ama they can go to the back end or access the dashboard. Lakini sasa user roles, tukiassign roles to them, then that means that watakuwa na limited functionality. As in wakikuja, like tukikataa wasi update anything ama wasi delete anything according to the roles tutakuwa tumewaassign, then watastick to whatever tutakuwa tumewaassign. Sijui kama unanipata. As in, okay, I'll show you at a later time. Lakini kuna venye unaweza fanya, they can access the dashboard lakini hawezi fanya any changes. They can only maybe read, na kama ikienda sana maybe update plugins, hivyo tu. Hata kudelete haiwezi. So there's a way you can do that, so that you maintain the structure of the website, kwa sababu if they are not tech savvy alafu waharibu the website, so unaona inakuwa like double work. Itabidi tena umerudi kwanza kuunda the website. Okay. Iko sawa. Okay, nice. So acha tuangalie how to assign these user roles so that we know add a new user. Okay. So as I told you, unaona like website inakuja na, is it 5 ama ni 4? 5 I think. Admin, editor, author, contributor na subscriber. Subscriber being the list, the list. Okay, they have the list control over any website. So this is how you do it. Ukikuja kwa user, unaona like on the dashboard kuna users. Kuja kwa all users, acha tuangalie all users. So by default when you create a website, the website inakupatia the admin role, so that you can at least customize, update plugins, you can delete plugins, you can install themes, you can do everything with the admin role. So if you create automatically by default, you become the admin. So unaona like I did. So Ravin is the admin. Hiyo inakuanga by default create the website. Sasa there is a way you can add other users. Okay, lakini before we add a user, what we want to do is make create roles. Unaona like this is the admin role, administrator role, but the user ni mtoro. So there is this special plugin hapa, acha tu install. Inakuanga very versatile when it comes to user role controls. Okay, type into user roles. Membership, I think the right name, membership. Yeah, so this one, you need to members, membership and user role plugin. So ukiinstall hiyo itanipatia the ability ya create user roles na assign them to different kind of users on that website. Acha install, then I'll demonstrate what I mean. Activate. Yeah, so I think imemaliza. There it is. Tulisema a plugin ikinstall inakujanga kwa dashboard. Okay, so wacha tuone the roles that we have already. Yeah, so by default pia inakuja na admin, author, contributor, editor na subscriber, but we can always add a role, add a new role. Now this is where the magic happens. Unaona like let's say plugins, under plugins hapa. So tumesema maybe we are handing over our website to a client, alafu plugins, unajua ukimess na one plugin then the functionality of that website ni hivyo. Mtu akimess like let's say amess na the font, your font awesome, not font awesome, Fluent Forms that we installed the other day. So maybe they came and they deleted it, or they updated it without even knowing, alafu ika crash. Sasa unaona, to avoid such things, you can either deny them the ability to activate plugins, grant all or deny all. Unaona, so you can either grant them that role, they can update, ama they can activate, ama they cannot. It is either you are granting them ama denying them that role. No. Delete plugin, maybe hatutaki wa delete plugin, tuna deny. Edit plugin, no, hatutaki wa mess na plugins. Install plugins, we don't want. Update, maybe they can update hivyo. So unaona the roles zenye tumemlimit to, this is all they can do, maybe update the plugin hivyo. Wakijaribu ku activate, delete, do what else, install, haitakubali, itakataa kwa sababu we have limited them according to the role yenye tumewapatia. So like acha tuseme ni web, to assume ni our client, acha tumuite website owner, the owner of the website, ndio website si yetu hata, si ndio? So this is what they can do. Acha tuone maybe on appearance, what can they do on appearance? Delete themes, no, hatutaki wa delete theme. Wakidelete theme ita mess na the entire visual structure of the website, so we cannot delete. Okay, install themes, moja tu is enough. Edit, they cannot edit. Edit theme options, no. Switch themes, no. Update, yeah, maybe they can update. Hiyo tunaweza wapatia ya ku-update, maybe it is out of date. Now what else can they do on a website? Maybe general, acha tuone general. Edit dashboard, no, hatutaki wa mess with anything on the dashboard. Edit files, no. Export, no. Import, no. Manage links, no. Manage options, no. Yeah, they can read, of course they can read. Hizi zingine zenye zinahusu kuchange the website in any manner tunakataa, no. Okay, so tumemwita the website owner. That is the role of the website owner. We've created a new role. Okay, so kishamaliza, you add the role. Okay, so that you remember WordPress inakuja na 5, inakuja na 5 default. Tukikuja hapa utaona imejiongeza moja, which we've created a role inaitwa website owner. So tukikuja to create a username ama sasa the name, okay, to assume sasa mtu the owner of the website anaitwa nani? Teme Moses. Email yake ni, acha nitumie yangu itakata. Acha nitumie origin 21 ES, first name, acha niseme Moses. Sasa I'm creating a new user as the admin. Unakumbuka admin ndo anaweza unda new users ama delete other users. So Moses Pravin, that is a pseudonym. Website, hawana website. I can create a password for them, like tuseme web design 1 2 3, kitu kama hiyo. What else is needed? Website Moses, their name. Alafu nikisema add user, is it added? Error, this username is invalid because illegal character. Kwani nimeweka nini? Invalid because it uses illegal characters. Please enter valid username. Username Moses. Tuone small letters itakubali aje. So I'm assigning them the website owner. siwezi mpatia any other kind of user role hapa, kwa sababu hivyo ndo tunataka. What is wrong with this username? Kwani nimefanyaje? Invalid because illegal characters. Please enter a valid username. Kwani this is not valid, ama nilika space. Yeah, so there it is. So tume-assign Moses, a user, tume-assign the role of a website owner. So the website owner, according to us, they cannot delete a plugin, they cannot update a plugin, they can update. So kitu yenye wanazofanya maybe ni read na update, hivyo. They cannot do anything. So wakikuja kulogin, wata login to like any other user, lakini wanaweza access the dashboard, lakini whatever they can do on the dashboard is very limited. Sawa. Yeah, so that is today's class. Ilikuwa very short and to the point. Very short and to the point. Iko sawa. Hebu nione hiyo user role plugin. Okay, inaitwa members, but search for user inaitwa hivi. Where is it? Inaitwa membership. Hivi user roles. Where is it? Come on. Yeah, the first one, members, membership, and user role editor plugin. That is the one. Hii inakupatia, at least inakupatia more options za create the user roles. Okay. Questions. Today's class ilikuwa very short. Ilikuwa too about the user roles. And nothing more. Nothing more. Okay. Haya, swali. Today's class imekuwa short, not more than 20 minutes. Quick recap. Nice. Haya, quick recap alafu tuone. So tumesema user roles ni you can equate them to levels of control. Assume ni kama shule. A deputy akona kazi yake, akona functions zake, the principal akona kazi yake, then regular teachers pia wakona kazi yao, wanafunzi pia wakona kazi yao. Take it, ione ni kama hivyo. So hizo roles ziko assigned. Somebody assigned them. Somebody aliemploy the principal, aliemploy the deputy. So the students were not employed. Lakini wakona role yao pia in that kind of setup. So that is what we are, ni kind of thing that we are looking at, levels of control on a website. As in, unaweza fanya nini on a given website. Tukapatia na good example ni kama hii. Like this Tuko news. Tukasema mimi at this level what I can do most ni scroll through the website and maybe read whatever Ruto said today. William Ruto forced to stop his speech. Makuyu residents start singing warning songs na Gachagua. That is all I can do. I'm reading through the website. Sasa hiyo it is a user role ama a level of control on a website. Mtu mwingine anaweza kuja aseme sasa leo Ruto alisema hivi, acha niandike William Ruto forced to stop hivyo. So anaandika and they publish it. That is also another user role ama level of control. They can write ama they can create. So it is either they are writing or they are creating. Reading ni yenye mimi nimesoma tu, I cannot do anything else. Yeah, I'm reading just. Update maybe sasa ni kama hii, whatever. Maybe William Ruto forced to stop, nikuje ni edit niseme William Ruto was not forced to stop, hivyo. That is editing ama updating. Alafu deleting maybe Subaru boys wame pull up to my door, nikuje niseme hey, let me pull down whatever niliandika pale nilichoma, nikuje ni delete hivyo. So I have deleted from that website kulingana na the user role that I was assigned. Okay, so tukasema these are the major things a user can do on a website. Tukasema admin anaweza fanya hizi zote: create, read, update and delete. Admin akona the highest level of control. So tukasema the importance of using user roles na controls ni when, especially when you are handing over. You know, if you are going to deal with clients after this, then it is very important that you know the user roles zenye utawa assign, kwa sababu if somebody came to you na wanahitaji a website, that means that they cannot create a website for themselves, si ndio? So that means that they are not as users, as tech savvy as you are. So kitu you're going to do is limit their functionality ama their role on that website. Kwa sababu they are the owner of the website, hawezi wanyima login to the backend. Okay. So ukiwapatia login to the backend, we also want to limit, as much as they are the owners of the website, we want to limit them to specific functionalities so that wasiharibu the structure of the website. Like let's say tulikuwa na such a thing on the website, alafu wamekuja wamemess na maybe the this form, you know that inamaanisha you go back to the drawing board tena kunda the functionality behind this form. Maybe ilikuwa ina submit to a database and they messed with it. So that means that kazi yako, whatever you did imekuwa zero work. So to avoid such things, ndo tunatumia levels of control. Okay, alafu accountability pia, tukasema accountability is also another thing. So nikikuja like the admin, tunajua the admin is the only person who can change maybe the functionality of that website. Ama the admin is the only person who can remove that button pale. So tukikuja to log in tupate that button is not there, ama whatever, another button has been added, but tutajua then it is the admin who did that, kwa sababu user role ya admin ina dictate that it is only him ama her who can do such a functionality on a website depending on their role. Sawa. So that is accountability. Tutajua admin, wewe ndo peke yako unaweza fanya hivyo. Why is this button not here? Hivyo. So tutapin down the actions of that have occurred on a website. Sawa. So that is one another importance of using user roles on a website. Tumesema admin is the highest role. Editor, from the word edit, you can already tell what they do. So kama hii tuko news iko na editors, I think wako na several editors. And before somebody published this, William Ruto first, of course somebody ali read through the content akasema drop this, add this, and iko catchy maybe. Kama sasa mtu akiona William Ruto the president was forced, they will want to read more. So maybe the editor alisema ongeza first pale, kitu kama hiyo. Editor, the author. Now the author, whoever wrote the content pale, William Ruto first, mwenye aliandika, authoring, so we call them the author. That is another level of control. Okay, alafu the contributor ni kama guest, hakuwangi as in a permanent user on that website. Unaweza mpatia a one time password, maybe a publish, maybe a edit, whatever you have, then they can log out and you can remove their credentials from that website. Ukirudi tena they will have to request for another password ama username, kitu kama hiyo. Alafu subscriber, the list one, kazi yako ni kusoma tu. Kitu yenye unaweza fanya as a subscriber ni create an account. You are subscribing to that website. So nikikuja maybe tuko news wako na an option you can subscribe to as in you can create an account and manage it. So unaonanga unapatia na your password, your username, nini, then you become a subscriber to that website. So enye unaweza fanya at most ikienda you can create an account and read through as I am doing. just reading through, hakuna kitu ingine unaweza fanya. Sawa sawa. Haya, tukaangalia, tukakuja on our dashboard. On our dashboard tunakuanga na, by default kuna kuanga na hizi WordPress inakuja na this 1 2 3 4 5 zenye tumeangalia hapa. Okay, hizi zenye tumekuwa tukiongea hapa, lakini sasa it is lakini sasa utapata that most of this they do not cater for everything that we may need, kwa sababu we are creating custom websites for different kinds of people. So limit them ama limit their functionality on this website ama control their use of the website, tuna create our own roles. Okay, so role tumesema ni level of control, whatever they can do. Tunataka they edit maybe the plugin, tunataka maybe they delete the plugins, hivyo. So that is why to install this plugin into our members. Okay, inakaa hivi.
Umecreate hiyo ingine aje, hiyo ya website owner?
Sorry,
hiyo ya nini, najaribu kuongeza hiyo venye umeongeza hiyo website owner hapo chini, umeongeza aje?
Okay, hiyo sasa unatumia the plugin, the one we've installed hii. Is it members, this one. Unaona, ukikuja kwa add new role, utaiongeza hapa juu, whatever name you can give it, whatever name. So the most important thing ni ati unawapatia roles, like kama sasa like unataka wafanye nini kwa plugin, hivyo unataka wafanye nini kwa appearance is all about themes, hivyo. So you can either grant them ama deny them kulingana na venye mmelewana. Okay, lakini unatumia this plugin into members. Okay, install. So the name unaiweka hapa juu, the name of that role, name of the role, name of role hivyo. So you can check, deny hivyo. Alafu niki add role, name of role, nikikuja kwa user sasa, like add a new user, utaona imejiongeza name of role, imekuja kwa the list of roles, unaona. So use the plugin to add the role, to assign whatever they can do, hivyo. Alafu sasa ukikuja ku create the user, unampatia username, their email address, their username, last name, kama uko na website, hivyo. So ukisha create, si utakuwa umeweka their email address. Ukipress add user, then the logins, the password na username itakuwa sent to that person, so they can access it from their end. Alafu login maybe kama unataka login to the dashboard. Sawa. Any other question? I think tumemaliza recap. User role plugin inaitwa members ama ni members. Okay. Yani mtu amekwama mahali ama nirudie wapi tena? Any question? Questions are invited.
Alafu kuna hii nini? Unanisikia?
Yeah, nakusikia.
Kuna hii nilikuwa kwa ile nilikuwa naendelea nayo. Kuedit hii side ya kuna venye kwa inaniletea kuedit place ya blog.
Ya blog.
So ama hiyo tutafanya baadaye.
Okay, kuna posts, there is a way. Unaona hapa hivi ndo na add posts. Sijui kama ulifanya ama inakuletea aje. Hebu be precise, inakufanyia aje exactly?
Hebu ni access kwanza.
Okay. After downloading members plugin, would you pardon the next steps? Okay. Haya. Kwa members, unaona after usha download members, unaji add. Okay, any plugin that you download, utaiona on your dashboard. So, after you've downloaded it, come to it, click on it to access its functionality. Alafu sasa utaona this is the first thing you will be met with, screen kama hii. So tuna admin, author, contributor, editor na subscriber. Unaweza ongeza hizo zingine venye unataka. So the next step ni ku create a role. Unaona roles. Unaweza add new. So hii members inakupatia ability ya ku create roles. Okay. Roles to layman's terms ni kitu yenye unaweza fanya. So kitu yenye unafanya next ni ku add new role. Kisha add new role, of course you're going to name that role. Tutawekaje, but enter name role. You can use any role, any name, sorry. You can use any name to refer to that role. Alafu sasa you can assign them the capabilities. Unaona imeandikwa capability. So capability to export. Are you denying them ama are you granting them? It is either you are granting ama denying. Haiwezi tick zote mbili. It is either on ama off. Haiwezi kuwa ati na export na tena na haiwezi import. So it is either you are denying ama granting. Okay? Capability. Hivyo ukishamaliza you add. Ku add role ni kama kusave. Okay? That is how you do it. So sawa Teddy, I hope tuko on the same page.
Si ukimaliza naweza kushow venye naniambia.
Yeah. Okay.
Like nikuonyeshe nini my page venye inakaa.
Okay. So acha tuone kama kutakuwa na any other question, alafu tuko na like how many minutes? 12 is it? Yeah, so two more questions, alafu tutakuwa tumemaliza klasi ya leo. Teddy anasema tuko on the same page. Nice. Anybody else question ya klasi ya leo? Adi uko sawa?
Leo niko fiti.
Nice. Okay.
Klasi leo imeingia poa.
Imeingia. Nice. So that is it. At least leo tumemaliza mapema. Yeah, under 1 hour. So see, I can stop this video since